Obligatory, this story actually happened about a year ago. I, 18 at the time, was dating a boy named Jacob, 18M at the time. His father, early 60s, was a mechanic and his mom, 50s, was a St. Bain jam. They were a pretty typical white suburban family in the South and had asked Jacob if they could meet me, even though we had only been dating for a month. At the dinner, I met his mom, dad, older brother, older sister, and her newborn daughter. The dinner went well, and I was chatting about my volunteer work and my college's blood drive, to which his father explains that his doctor told him he was O negative and a universal blood donor. My Treton mentions he is also O, but his slings casually mention they are both AB. I don't think anything of it because my UF had mentioned that his mom was married once before and was widowed. The following conversation went like this. Me, oh, that's really cool. You are a really rare blood type, if you don't mind me asking. Is your mom's blood type A, and your dad's B, or your dad's A and mom's B? OS, older sister, he, what do you mean? He's O, and gesturing to my bat's father interests me. Oh, I know, I was just asking about your bio father, but of course you don't have to answer if you don't want to. I noticed his mom get really pale, and it was in that moment I realized I have a Chaster's Obi, older brother. It's what you mean bio father me. I am sorry I didn't mean anything by it. Sir Jacob's dad got real quiet, and looking at his wife's face, he knew instantly. I look over to Jacob, who I think was starting to put the full picture of what was happening together. Asterisk, Jacob's dad. Are you saying they're not my biological kids? Because my wife swore up and down in marriage counseling, by marriage they mean with the pastor, that they were my kids and she would never cheat on me. Turns out she never had any kids from her previous marriage. Jacob's mom. I would never cheat on you. OS and OB are your kids. Jacob's dad. OP, why do you think they're not my kids? I tried to excuse myself because it was very clear the cat was out of the bag, and with a quick Google search for my Cretan, he starts cussing out his mom. She starts to sob and apologizes over and over again, and I am forced to explain ninth grade biology to his father about the fact that the only kids he could have produced were with the blood type OA or B, but absolutely not AB. Jacob was the only one with the possibility of being his son. They all start screaming at one another. Lois eventually leaves because her newborn is screaming too. His mom goes and locks herself in the bedroom. His older brother follows her screaming, asking who his real father is. My G to trying to figure out if his dad still wants to yell their father. I eventually have a friend come pick me up, yeah. We broke up shortly after, but not after figuring out that none of the kids produced from the marriage were his. Edit. They found out via paternity tests for sure weren't his kids, and they divorced soon after.